Amelia and welcome back to a new video. This is future me because I realised I didn't film an intro for this video. Today's video you're all gonna spend a bookish week with me, which is really exciting. We go to bookshops, so I went to a secondhand bookshop in Alnwick, which was really fun. Then I went to TK Maxx and had a little browse there. It's full of some unboxings of some book packages that I got this week, and obviously reading. And then we also finally set up my 2026 reading journal, which is really exciting. I had so much fun doing this. I hope you all enjoy. This was my first time visiting Barter Books, but I've been wanting to go for years. It's possibly the most magical bookshop set on an old Victorian railway station. It's filled with pre-loved books and you never know what gems you could find. I thought I would jump on and give you a little reading update. So I have read a little bit more of Hollowed, honestly. Hollowed? I've read up to chapter 3 of Hollow. Honestly, the chapters are huge, but so far I am very, very much liking this. And kind of just had like the big dramatic moment where she goes into the forest. And yeah, so I will update you once I've read a bit more. And then last night I finished Twisted Pride, which I loved and I gave it 5 stars again. It's just like, I don't know if it's just nostalgic and it reminds me of like 2022, 2021, but I also just love Sierra and Remo so much, and because of that, like, I think it could be an awful book and I'd still eat it up, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna unbox a parcel that I have. Literally all I've been doing, I'm not gonna lie, is listening to Locket. Like, it's so good. Jess just left and we literally were just listening to it on repeat. It's literally still on my record player. I don't think you can actually see it from there, but we're obsessed. But yes, I have a parcel that it's not from Fairy Loot. I know it says Fairy Loot, but it's actually not from Fairy Loot. It's from Vinted, but you can't see anything. Oh well. But it is Burn Bright by Chris and Becca Ritchie, and this is like the Story Society edition, and it's literally the cutest thing ever. But yeah, it's literally so pretty. I'm gonna take the cellophane off so that you're not just getting the reflection. I finished this the other day and I'd seen this edition floating around and I was like, I kind of really want it. So I decided that I was gonna pick it up, and I found it on Vinted for £25, which is honestly not too bad. This is the cover. It's literally so cute. We've got Harriet and Ben. Are the cutest ever. And then it's signed, which is so fun. I didn't actually realise that it was signed when I bought it. On the back it says, on the cover it says, out of an entire empire of stars, you're the brightest in the sky. Yeah, I have read this and I really loved it, so I'm excited to own this edition. Where will it go on my shelves? Good question, I don't know the answer. So yeah, this is the shelf that houses my Chris and Becca Ritchie books, or at least some of them have actually. That's not true because there's one series over there, but literally chock-a-block, so it won't fit. And normal Burn Bright is up here, and we might just have to do a little display moment because she won't fit. This fits is down the corner here, which is the Ugly Man cover, but this is a signed one with my character notes, so we love him. Obviously this one doesn't actually fit anywhere, so it might have to live just facing outwards, which is not really ideal because it's a paperback. There's nowhere else for it to live, so we also just don't really have an option. Hi, so it's the next day now and I actually have a reading update for you all, finally. Yesterday I ended up reading more of Hollow and I read some of the audiobook when I went on a walk with Ernie, and then last night when I was in bed I managed to read another 100 pages, so we are now on page 353. Right now it's feeling like 2-3-star energy. There's just, I don't know, it's just not got me hooked as much as I thought it would. And I will say I've quite enjoyed the last few 100 pages, were really fun, and where we're at now I'm very interested in like what's going on. So far I'm a little bit disappointed, which is upsetting, but I kind of don't like having Hendrix's perspective, like chapters from his point of view, because for him as a character, if we didn't know his thoughts, because it's kind of annoying. Oh well, we shall keep reading and see what else happens and what goes on. Today is reading journal day. I'm very excited, I'm not gonna lie. Talk you through basically my thought process, because I've been doing book journals since 2021. This is my like drawer on my bedside table, and these are literally all my journals. Like, we're a little bit crazy, I'm not gonna lie. We've got 2021, 2022, 2022, these are like reviews, 2023, and then 2024. Actually, maybe it's 2023. I don't think I did one in 2024. This is my reading journal from last year. And then this is my reading journal from 2023. So basically I've always done, I've done for the last, in 2022 and 2023 I did two types of journals. So I did my bullet journal, and then I did this style of journal, which is more review, where I like actually write a review. It helps me to articulate the books, and when it comes to like, this is Fourth Wing, I have that to go back to when I reread the series, or like if a new book comes out, I have that there. So I really like doing it, but the only thing with that is that I obviously don't really write a review every single time after every single time I read a book. And you know, there are also just like certain books that I wouldn't want to write a review for, and then because I get behind, I then just don't like fill it out, which is how I ended up doing the entire thing this year. Like Insatiable and Phantasma and them don't have reviews. The pressure that I have on myself is not ideal, so the style that I do, which is this, is my 2023 journal. By the way, all the stickers on the front are from Redbubble. This is my title page from 2023, which I actually still love. And then all of the books that I read, and then I left so much space because I'm used to reading like 300 at this point. This is the year I went back to like normal numbers. My reading stats, so basically every single like, so physical, ebook, audio, and then how many books I read, and then how many 5 stars I did. My TBR, which I actually love this page so much. I definitely think I want to do something similar to this year, and because there's so many on my TBR. Also, the keys don't mean anything, I just coloured them in these colours. Then my series tracker, which again I really like doing. My most anticipated releases of 2023, which is actually so fun to look back on, because I think I've read all of them. Yeah, I have. I've now read all of them. Yeah, and then this is my monthly spread. So I did a title page, a TBR page, a books read, and then hauled and favorite book of the month. I don't know if I'd keep it the same, just because I literally would forget to write all these down every single time. But yeah, so I want to combine the two into one, so basically have like the bullet journal style elements whilst also having like the review style, because I did kind of do that in this one where I had like the title page and then the final books read. That's the first time I've done it in that way. This is my reading journal for this year. I went for something different because if you can't tell, I always just get a black journal and I put stickers on the front cover, and I really like doing that, but I don't know, I just felt like it's something different this year, and I just got this off Amazon and I really love it. I think it's so pretty and it has like gold sprayed edges on it. I'm thinking I'm just gonna do my name and then the date that it started, and then maybe use a Polaroid photo of my profile photo. I don't know, we'll see. And then I was looking through my rippable stickers and I've decided on this one of Rowan and Ale, just because I think it matches the gold and green vibe. I couldn't decide, and then I was like, well, it kind of matches perfectly, so I'm just gonna pop that there. This will be my title page, and we're gonna go for a similar vibe to what's in this journal. These are the photos I've printed out for it. So it's kind of like green and pinks, like very like green spring vibes, because I'm just desperate for spring. Yeah, let's get started. As you can tell, it's a lot later now. It is currently 7 minutes to 11. So, the camera died whilst I was recording, and I was just like, you know what, we're just gonna read 2 more pages. But I am just gonna show you in the morning because it was really dark in my bedroom. And I'll show you in the daylight and you'll definitely be able to see, hopefully, a lot better. I'm really happy with what I've got so far. I really like the vibe. I literally did not move off my desk all day today, and then I had my hair dyed tonight because my mum is a hairdresser, so she just does it for me. So then I literally didn't get into bed till 10, and then I've just been honestly scrolling on my phone again, which annoying. And then also there was a few people uploaded YouTube videos that I wanted to watch, so I've watched a few of those. I am going to try and read some more tonight because I really just want to get this done. I'm 65% in still, and I feel like I can get at least 80%, maybe 90, I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna go, and I will see you in the morning when I wake up and I can show you my journal and what we got done so far, and then we will continue and hopefully finish it tomorrow, and hopefully in the morning I will have a reading update for you all. Hi! It's the next day. I actually read some of my book yesterday. Now on page 439. I'm not enjoying it, I'm just not loving it, which I feel like when you read a book is always what you want to feel. I've kind of just had like a big grand reveal, which I already knew was coming. You've read the synopsis, it's literally in the synopsis that he is like who he is, and set up to be like a big grand reveal, and I'm like, but I already knew this, and he's kept it from her for this amount of time, and I'm like, I haven't got that much left, and I'm like, surely that isn't the big like grand reveal because we already knew that that was happening. The main male character, Hendrix, he's just there, like he's just not giving me anything, and I just don't care about him. He's actually like irritating me a little bit because he's just don't like being in his head. I really wanted to love this book, but I mean, we'll see. I've still probably got about 100 pages left, so, you know, there could be like a crazy ending and I'll be like, whoa. But right now it's feeling like 3 stars, which I still don't know if that could be too generous, so it might be a 2.5. It doesn't have the same, like, the plot is kind of fun and like it's very action-packed and there's a lot going on, and like the setting's really cool. Like I really like being in this like magical forest, and like all of the links between Forest, our female main character, and the forest, like they're fun, but also like they're not saving it for me. I feel like sometimes with I personally really love a character driven story, but sometimes if I'm not obsessed with the characters, the plot can save the book, but the plot in here is just not saving it for me. So this is what I got done yesterday. So I did my title page, and we have the Rowan and ALM sticker, and they're looking so cute. Polaroid, the date, and then my name and whatnot. My title page, which I'm obsessed with, I'm not gonna lie. There is something about it that I'm just not, isn't right, but I just can't actually figure out what it is. But I mean, it's still really cute and I really like it. So, and then my books read in 2026, so I've put in, I am predicting hollow, so figure it out. But yeah, and then I did it different this time. I cut out the pages so you can still see the title no matter like where I am, which I kind of like. So, and if I end up running out, I can just stick one here. I have my statistics page, so just basically like how much of everything I read a month, my total, and then how many 5 stars I give, which I do really like this one. I use this like paper, yeah, but also I always print out files, because if I'm not using stickers I just have the worst handwriting in the world and I can't do like fancy calligraphy, so I just print it out because it makes it easier on me. And then we are moving on to my TBR page, which I've started. Yes, that is what I'm up to right now. Hello, I thought I would jump on and give you a bit of an update, because as you can see it is now dark outside. Genuinely have sat here and journaled all day. It's 5 o'clock now and I've got a few more spreads to do, and some to finish off. Honestly, I'm like looking at this, I'm like, what have I actually done today? Yeah, so I've started filling in my series tracker, so I need to continue doing that. And then we're moving on to my most anticipated releases, and then I also need to do the window because I haven't done the window. I was just debating, like the theme that I've done is kind of a bit more like neutral compared to one that I did. It's like very like dark, so I kind of wasn't sure if I wanted to do the black window with the night sky. So I think I'm gonna do a blue night sky and do it as like a dark navy blue instead of black. My bedroom is an absolute state. When I journal, I don't know what the hell goes on, but I actually just, everything is everywhere all the time. My Fairy Loot Romantasy box, I think that has arrived today, so I will unbox that once I've been to TK Maxx, because I'm gonna go to TK Maxx tonight because I ordered a cardigan. Hi, I'm back from the shops. It is currently 8:30. I wasn't out for long, but I just didn't leave until like I think 7:30 or something, because by the time I had my tea and stuff it just took literally forever. Also, apologies if you can hear the rain on my skylight. There's not really anything I can do about it, sadly. This is the cardigan that I got though. Like, she is the cutest like spring cardigan. I had seen it on the website, and then I've seen like multiple people wearing it on TikTok, And I was like, I need it. Like, it's just so cute for spring. Like with the cream with like the pink flowers on. I'm not gonna lie, I'm obsessed. It is the brand Freshman 1996. So just with like a pair of blue jeans and then like pink ballet flats, like that is gonna be such a cute spring outfit. My fairy loot parcel. Even my Romantasy because of the box that it's in. I have actually already seen this. Oops, because one of my friends posted a video of it on TikTok the other day. And mine took so long to arrive and I don't know why. I actually got an ARC copy of this, but I just haven't had time to read it. I've heard mixed things about the book, but I really liked her other series that I've read, so I'm hoping that I will like this as well. Like, it's kind of a fun one. And the spread edges. Art is really pretty. I was really laughing because it's actually like such a jump scare. Like, that is scary. Like, notice jacket out on your bookshelf. I'm not gonna lie, he's terrifying. He's got crazy cheekbones. It says, he pulls me against his chest and the world folds into feathers and darkness. It is really pretty with the gold foiling as well. And then the reverse just jacket is just a bluer version of the normal one. Okay, you can't deny that the art is literally gorgeous. Like, oh, the colour scheme on that is stunning. And our FMC is a blonde girly, although she doesn't look blonder, she looks ginger. Maybe she's a strawberry blonde, but that's so pretty. I'm happy with this one, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm excited to read this. Like, the colour scheme would look lovely on this shelf, but where is she gonna go is the question. I have room like up, but it has to be a super skinny book to fit this, so. They're also just proper jam packed. Oh, but then they're the same. This is the drama that I have. Because like these guys here kind of match, but I've also ordered the next two books in this Iron and Ember series. So they will also need a home. This is actually, I need more bookshelves. I really do. I think she's probably okay. I think I can handle that. But also this dust jacket is now like risen because it's so jam-packed. Like, this copy of Thorns and Fire is, bless her, she's not doing great. And I do need to sell her, so maybe I'll not put her back on this shelf because there's no point in owning this edition when I've ordered the Fairy Loot one when I don't have the others of this. And also these are such pretty, like, hardbacks. There you go, with a little bit of pressure. It flows well. And like all of these are special editions apart from Silver Elite. And I went to the bookshop. I didn't actually show you what I got, so I only got one book, but I took some of the books that had been on my Vinted for like a long time. I took them to there and I got credit, so I got me and my friend Grace a book. If you're wondering where it was, it's called Bar Books. It's a secondhand bookshop in Alnwick. One of the largest secondhand bookshops in Britain, and it is about an hour's drive from me, so I went there. But I just got this, and I got Dream Girl Drama by Tessa Bailey, which has also got spread edges, and this cost me £2.80. Technically it was nothing, but yeah, I just was like, you know what, I kind of want to get something, so I'll just get this because I have enjoyed Tessa Bailey's books in the past. There's only one that I didn't love, which was My Colour Vacation, but it's okay. But I've looked at the reviews to this book and they're not great, so it's okay though. There's 4 and the first and the third have really good reviews. This one has not great reviews, so. So I have a reading update for you all. I just got back from work, and before I go in the shower and take all my makeup off and whatnot, I figured I would sit down and basically tell you what I read last night, because I did end up finishing Hollow. Finally, we're finally finished with this book. I ended up giving it 3 stars. It's probably between a 2 and a 3. I just didn't. I'm so sad about, because the cover is so pretty. The storyline was fun, the setting was so fun and just really interesting. The characters were just meh. I really didn't love male main character Hendrix. He was just so boring and just literally had nothing to him. Compared to the Twisted Sisters other books, there's just no side characters in this, which if you don't like the main characters, then the side characters will kind of like pull the story for you, and you can kind of just like deal with it. It is what it is if you don't like them. Like, maybe they'll have some character growth and, you know, they'll change. Whereas just with this, it was only them, and the romantic relationship between Hendrix and Ferris, because I just didn't like him, I just couldn't get into that. It was just, yeah. So I'm very sad about that, but it is what it is. At this point it was like 12:30 and I definitely should have been going to sleep, but I was like, I need to read the start of something. So I read the first 2 chapters of Psychotic Obsession. From what I read, very interesting. We've just met Tobias and they've had their first interaction, and I'm excited to continue this and see where we go. Anyway, I feel like I should clarify my job situation. So graduated uni in June, and since then I have been in the horrific process of trying to find a full-time job. Not a fun one. If you're also a graduate, you're probably in the exact same boat as me. It is horrific. I don't want to talk about it, but I do have a job. It's just that we're closed. We close over winter and we're only open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just because of the nature of our work. But yeah, that is why I have so much free time. That is my situation. For now, I'm happy with what I've done, and I'm actually obsessed with like the style that we went for, and I can't wait to hopefully stick to this and keep going. It's really fun to have a reading journal again, because like I said, I didn't do one, like a proper one like this in the last 2 years. I haven't done a bullet journal, but they're just really fun, I'm not gonna lie. Please make sure that you are subscribed, and feel free to follow me on Instagram or TikTok if you want to see more of my face. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!